Finding out about the lives of hundreds of thousands of Indians who fought for Britain in World War I. More than 1 million Indian personnel were sent overseas to fight in the British Army. And the Halifax-based company Annapurna have been sharing that story with Scarborough school children using Indian music and dance. Carla Fowler went for a look.
Assemblies at Lindhead School near Scarborough aren't normally this noisy, but today is a celebration of less well-known First World War heroes, the soldiers of the Empire. One of them was Khudabad Khan, the first Muslim soldier to receive the Victoria Cross for valour in action in Belgium in 1914. Annapurna Indian Dance Company are here to tell the children the story of soldiers like him.
There are Muslims, there were Sikhs, there were Hindus, there were vegetarians.
Coming from a very hot country of 30 degrees centigrade to a minus 20 degrees centigrade and to fight in a war that they were not used to. They didn't know to whom they were fighting. Most of them were illiterate soldiers and they were fighting for the king and they were loyal soldiers. So that makes the story very touching and very powerful.
More than 1 million soldiers came from undivided India to fight for Britain, the largest single volunteer army of the Great War. They served on many fronts, including France, Gallipoli and Germany. The wounded found themselves in places like Brighton's Royal Pavilion Hospital. They were lucky. More than 74,000 Indian soldiers died in World War I.
We want children to really have a good time and learn something that takes place across the other side of the world. It's all about sharing our culture. We remember the soldiers for what they did, the sacrifices that they made, and sometimes I think certain parts of the world are forgotten, so this is a big reason why we're doing this kind of campaign.
Annapurna uses dance to help the children understand another culture and its history.
The fact that we live in multicultural Britain and we can bring this to life for our children in this part of the world, what is a little known story, they wouldn't know. And you know, and the fact that that contributes to the shared history of this country across cultures, I think is something that we need to teach our children.
And they did so much for us to help England win the World War I.
It's important that people find out that people fought for the country. It's not all about the English, it's about other people as well.
My favourite move was that one, because I just thought the hand movements were really pretty.
A history lesson with a difference, and one that these children are unlikely ever to forget. Carla Fowler, BBC Look North, Scarborough.
Meanwhile, a fundraiser called Robin Hood, yes, that really is his name, has reached Leeds this lunchtime as he continues a 350-mile